Hello, my name is James. When I started this vlog, I want to do once a week, and I wasn't planning on putting up another vlog until probably Monday. But in my last vlog, I talked about Big Brother, and since then, scheduling issues concerning the eviction show that would normally air on Thursday, but it's not airing this Thursday because the networks, CBS as well as ABC and NBC, are preempting primetime programming tonight to air January 6th deliberations. Now, I go to Clubhouse, Vincent House, 4 or 5 days a week. And usually when I'm there, we're not allowed to talk politics. And I don't want to be too political on this vlog. I could easily rant about Donald Trump, but doing so would probably result in unnecessary comments, although I haven't been getting any actual comments from my previous vlogs because this is only my third video. Anyway, I don't want people writing to me and saying, "Why on earth are you hating on Donald Trump? He's a god!" The sad part is that there are people out there who actually believe this crap. And that, in itself, is a scary thought. Anyway, my rant is mostly going to be directed at CBS as well as Big Brother and its inconsistent scheduling of the eviction that is taking place as of this recording. Anyhow, earlier in the week, it was announced that CBS was going to air Thursday's intended eviction episode on Friday night at 8 o'clock. And I was okay with that. Like, I had no issue with it. I mean, I can wait another day to watch an eviction. I I was okay with it. Then some 2 days later, things changed. I don't know exactly if the change came from CBS's camp or if it came from Big Brother's camp or whatever. But now the eviction episode is not going to air Friday. Instead, it is going to be aired on Sunday night as part of a special 2 hour episode. So instead of waiting one extra day to find out whether either Pooch or Taylor, is that the other one, gets evicted tonight, I have to wait 3 more days. Now, most often on eviction episodes, Big Brother usually follows up the eviction with a head of household competition. And, they vary depending on what the competition is about. There'll be some competitions that are quickie ones and are usually resolved by the end of the program. Then there will be other times when they throw an endurance head of household competition, which I really don't like, but Big Brother likes endurance competitions, so the only saving grace from that is they will direct you to the live feeds when an insurance head of household competition happens. And I usually go to Paramount Plus and wind up watching the head of household competition because I don't want to wait 3 extra days to find out who wins the head of household. But they do it so often, I'm just accustomed to it by now. Even in the case of last week, when there was no eviction due to Paloma withdrawing, their head of household format for last week was ridiculous. They had somewhat of a preliminary between 14 house guests, like 7 matches, one-on-one, and the winners of those 7 matches wind up facing off in the final head of household competition. So the first part of last week's head of household was like a mini obstacle course in which house guests face off against each other and they have to race whatever for like a certain, until one of them reaches their podium and buzzes in. And they had time for the preliminary rounds. By the time the preliminaries were over, there was clearly no time left for the final head of household competition, which was probably their intent anyway. And after last Thursday's episode, I was thinking the head of household competition was probably going to be an endurance competition. Instead, it was not an endurance competition. It turned out to be instead a frickin' pie eating contest. What the fricking crap, Big Brother? You made me wait 3 extra days to find out who wins the head of household, only to find out the final head of household was not an endurance competition, but a pie eating contest in which house guests have to dig their mouths through pies and pick up either with their mouths either a T for true or an F for false to answer certain questions. Seriously, Big Brother. So anyway, I would have been okay if the eviction had aired on Friday as it was supposed to have aired. Big Brother had done Friday shows before, although in some occurrences, depending on the content of their Friday shows, that's up for debate. One time in 2016, there was a Friday Big Brother episode in which the house guests went to the fair. Now, it wasn't like they left their confined studio trailer or whatever to actually go to a fair. Instead, the house guests went to a makeshift fair that was, set up in their own backyard. That was a freaking waste of an hour. It hardly had even anything to do with any compelling, you know, gameplay stuff, especially the head of household competition, which, they waited until like the end of said episode to even start the head of household competition. And then there are some seasons, especially when they used to have the battle back competitions. The battle back episodes actually aired on Fridays. Now that was more useful. Now, again, I don't know how things are scheduled, but I really wish they would have stayed with the plan for Friday for the eviction episode and the regular episode, who won the head of household and who the head of household nominates next for eviction, blah, 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 on Sunday. I have to wait 3 more days for an eviction that is delayed. And there are people out there that, can't wait that long. They go to spoiler websites because, oh yeah, the live feeds, they black out the live feeds often. Usually when there are gameplay elements going on, those get blacked out on the live feeds because they want those specific elements to air on CBS. While there's no arguing with that logic, what on earth are the live feeds even useful for? Outside of a random endurance head of household competition, what good are they for if you're going to black out certain elements just to save them for later airing? I don't know what to say. I just don't like the scheduling for this week. I know it was out of their hands because, news has to take precedence over entertainment. Fine. I have no beef with that part. But I do have beef with CBS and Big Brother and their inconsistent scheduling concerning the eviction episode. I will do another vlog on Monday and I will break down the aftermath of Sunday's 2-hour episode, along with other stuff. I don't want to talk about just Big Brother, even though, I do like it a lot. But I wish they could have handled this a little better. Anyway, that's it for now. By the way, if anybody cares, I'm picking Pooch to be the first house guest officially evicted. Let's see if that holds. Anyhow, that's all for now. I'll be back Monday with another edition of the vlog in which I will talk about the Big Brother aftermath and other stuff. That's it for now. See you later.